You guys, exactly what I told our team. Today is the day that you have to put in the memory bank and vow that you'll never let it happen again as a head coach, as an assistant coach, as a coordinator, as a player, second string, third string. Just unacceptable. Apologize to the homecoming crowd. Obviously, they came out, wanted a good show. I thought our guys showed up and were ready to play. And once again, we just hit with a little bit of adversity and we can't get over that speed bump. I know it's very, very frustrating for the players, the coaches. I know for fans. The good news is there's so many things that are correctable. If I take Sunday's practice and Tuesday's practice and we just work on ball security offensively and we work on tackling defensively, we'll get better as a football team. And it's as simple as that. There's a drive, I think their second scoring drive where defensively we had, I believe, 5 different misalignments and execution on an 11-play drive. I mean, you can't play winning football that way. And to have a couple big offensive plays get negated by ball security is just, that's coaching. That's on me. That's 100% a point of emphasis in our program, and it's something that needs to cease. It's just as simple as that. So we'll hunker down. I don't think these guys will have any quit in them. A group that has a real amount of pride, and you don't got a better reason to get ready right now with the #1 team in the country, getting ready to go on the road after an 8-week stint. So I feel for our guys, but on the same account, until we decide to make a stand, it's going to permeate and continue to be a part of what we're doing. And all of us have to get better, starting with me. So injury-wise, Robert Thomas, unfortunately, it looks like he broke a bone, and I don't know exactly the specifics. I know he's going over for surgery now, so won't have him for a long time. I'll get the specifics of that and try to get that out as soon as possible. But too bad there. He's a great kid. He's been truly one of the biggest blessings for me as a head coach to have, to lean on him. He's obviously a good player, but a really, really good leader. It sucks for him.
Are you surprised, shocked? I mean, that what you just saw?
Oh, absolutely. Just what I saw during the course of the week, what I saw at the beginning of the game, and again, I'll go back to winter conditioning, to spring ball, to fall camp. The one thing that you cannot simulate, or is very hard to simulate when you're going good against good, when you're playing each other, is to simulate adversity, and that's the one thing that we cannot withstand. We have a negative play, and then it cartwheels into everything and is around us in every way, and it's a very difficult thing to get. I know I've been a part of programs that were in it, and when they get out of it, they can hit the ground running. But until we do that, it's a very frustrating feeling.
Like seeing that the first drive was so successful, and then the offense just dropped.
And here's a classic. One of the reasons that first drive was so successful is we had nice rhythm. Keon had that nice play, taking it down and hit some runs, some passes. We come back to the same play in the second half, have a tremendous run where everybody gets excited and we fumble at the end of the play. It's the exact same play going the other way. Just very, very, very frustrating. Yeah, that's what I said at halftime. I said I want to see that team that came out of the gate, to start the game. Everybody was charged up. I know defensively we let that first drive go down the field, but they kind of buckled up in the middle of the first quarter and early second quarter. I thought when they did that and forced a field goal try on the turnover was huge, but just very frustrating right now.
Straight game, Brandon's had a pick. It wasn't a pick six, but it almost was. Just talk about Brandon's day and
yeah, obviously that corner sat right there on that play. He was either in our huddle or knew that we were going to run that play. There's no doubt. He's sitting there. We got to do a good job as a receiver to try and get it, but obviously do a good job as coaches not to become predictable, to throw into that pressed look right there. We did stress and harp about covering downfield as an offensive unit, so it didn't go for a pick six. Gave our defense a chance to get on the field, but I believe they scored on the very next play. So it's baby steps. I won't take bigger steps, but it is progress. You know what? I know the kid deserves a medal of some type. He basically does a minimal practice on Tuesday, does the entire practice on Wednesday, doesn't really do much on Thursday, Friday, and it's hard to, obviously get the rhythm going, but I think he provides the best answer for us right now, for sure, at quarterback. It's going to be important to keep him healthy and obviously get us into that bye week and see if we get some guys some rest.
The big punt in the second quarter, what was the rationale, and do you think that was a turning point?
Well, to first, fake punt, the rationale would be to gain a first down. The second part would be that, he had 2 options on that play. We obviously wish he had chose the second option, but it's something that's, I think, a package that can continue to grow with Sam. You just got to be able to get a better feel for it and execute.
I think it's so hard for this team to bounce back from some adversity. I mean, they had that interception, and then it just seems like everything's deflated. And
If I had the answer, I'd be able to. It's a continued process. It's a faith. It's a journey. It's something to get past what's in front of you right now. And a lot of times, to get those things to turn, it's a big play. It's a big play, offense, defense, something special teams wise that can get that mojo going in the other direction. Again, it's something that we try to emphasize. There's two things that we talked about all week. First was communication, trying to be 100% communicating on offense, defense, special teams during the course of the week, and the other big one was when struck with adversity, how we're going to respond, and obviously didn't respond very well.
Feel the defensive
Brandon
line
stayed.
wore out.
Go ahead.
Feel the defensive line just kind of.
Yeah, I felt obviously to lose Robert, but a guy that didn't practice all right. Butch Byron Jones didn't practice all week either. He got rolled up at the end of the Florida game, and he came in on Sunday. We didn't have him in practice all week, so it really depletes that, and just our numbers got thin, and kind of like a lot of other positions. At linebacker, Martrell Spade, he obviously played the whole Florida game, but he didn't play one snap today. Came in on Sunday last week, and unfortunately had hurt his knee too. Now I think we'll get him back next week, but to have a guy like that, one of our key players, we just don't have a lot of guys that can make plays in space, and we lose a couple. It really takes a cumulative effect everywhere.
What do you think of Brandon's game overall? I mean, you're worried about his confidence.
Brandon L?
Yeah, Brandon.
Yeah. Anytime your quarterback struggles, you worry about it, But I think we have to be, as coaches, put him in the right spot. I wanted to move the pocket a little bit this week to get him out from that pressure. Obviously with Clowney and his crew coming in there, when I knew we had to be able to move. That's one thing at the Florida game. We stayed stationary, and I felt we needed to get outside of the pocket to decrease the amount of pressure and give us a chance to get out and run a little bit. So BA is a young quarterback. He's a sophomore quarterback who's extremely tough, who's playing hurt, but continues to get better.
Has he had a lot of success in the past on plays where he's rolled out?
Who? BA? Absolutely. It's probably one of our better things in the spring, and looked really good during the course of the week here today. We just didn't get ourselves in. We had some third and shorts, obviously, that we weren't able to convert. So I know it's a package that I think he can continue to grow.
Is Hunter Henry banged up? Or, he didn't get targeted at all today.
Yeah, I think some people are getting on to him as well. Obviously, he's been one of our most productive. There were two plays that I know we went to him, but they were all over him. He's a good player, and they're starting to key into him. And the key for us is to get more good players out there on the field. We obviously struggled with catching the ball again at the wide receiver position. And until we get that fixed, we're gonna really struggle to move the ball through the air.
Was there a busted route on the interception? Was the receiver where he was supposed to be?
Yeah, it was a hitch. Obviously, the corner did a nice job of jumping in front of it, but yeah, it was a stop route in the boundary over there.
When you walked into the locker room and you looked at them after the game, what did you see?
Disappointment, hurt, frustration. And I know there's a lot of guys in there that care. If it was a group that didn't care, I'd be concerned. There's just a lot of things that take place away from the field that I think have carryover to where we're at. We spent, which is one of the things we have to do. On Thursdays, we have an academic meeting. And you'd like those meetings to be about 15, 20 minutes to review your roster. I took an hour and 30 minutes to meet with our academic people, and that's Thursday, 2 days before the game, and we're not where we need to be there. But to me, when we start to improve in that area, they'll probably have a big jump in the other area as well, and it's just a gradual process that I want to get through as fast as possible. But on the same account, I'm not going to skip a step to get to where we need to be. Case in point, you can never fake or you never force a fake, and the one issue that I have with that fake punt is I probably forced that situation just because everyone was pressing, trying to get something to go. You wish that would have had a different result, but the one thing you can't do is try to force something in that's not ready. And much to the same with our player development, with our academic development, with our social development. They're going to be able to go go a long ways in a short term, hopefully.